Because at the long run, now you're going to have this sentence on your record, which does not look good.
Yeah, it's going to be on your record for life.
You don't have the heart for the job. There are so many other jobs you can do. And even if you're going to look for another job and then you're asked if you have ever been,
be convicted,
you have to admit and say that.
Exactly.
And that already makes you look bad.
It's a red flag.
We see that this is not for me. Please leave.
Yeah. Hi everyone, it's your girl Blessing again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know what we do on this channel, we talk about a lot of things, life in the UK, and talk about nursing, beauty, lifestyle. So today I have a August visitor, like an important, very important person as a guest on my channel today, and I would like her to introduce herself. So over to you.
Hi. So hi guys, my name is Nanelle Griselda. I'm a nurse in the UK. I'm originally from Ghana, and like I always say, I'm a mom and I'm a wife. Yeah. And I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. That one is the most important thing. She's a YouTuber. She's a big YouTuber in Northern Ireland, United Kingdom. So Nanelle, so there is like a trending video that has been going on online, and I just want us to discuss about it. Being a nurse and then being you have an experience in the care sector and especially in the care home. So I just want us to discuss about it, how we can avoid finding ourselves in such situation, and what can we do to prevent such from happening. And we all know that care home can be a little bit hectic, especially for nurses and care assistants. So this video, it's about 4 care assistants that were jailed, and they are African care assistants. So I know you've seen the video as well, and looking at that video, it doesn't look palatable. So what do you think that the care assistants have done that led them to being jailed? Watching that video, what do you think that could have led to that?
Honestly, care work can be very frustrating. It can be extremely frustrating. And especially when you're dealing with people that are pleasantly confused, you want the right thing for them, but they probably do not understand what you want to do, and sometimes they will not cooperate, and sometimes you as an individual, you're not supposed to be, you can be frustrated, and that can lead you to act in ways that are not pleasant, and that can lead to some of these things. What I'll say is that, first of all, how many months were they jailed?
I think they were jailed for 18 months. 18
months. Well, it's sad, but honestly, what they did as well was not right. If you look at it from, let's say it's your mom being treated like that, you will not be happy at all. So in a way, what they did was not right. We don't have to say anything else. What I'll say is that if you don't have the heart for the job, there are so many other jobs you can do. You still want to be in the care sector, but you don't want to be with direct patient care. There are other roles that you can do where you're not like direct patient care. In the care home, we have people that work in the laundry. We have people that work in they are all care, sort of like under the care sector. They are working as domestic. There are people that are working as in the laundry. There are people that are chefs. There are people that are in the administrators. You can do any of these things if you think you don't have the heart
to care for someone.
Because at the long run, now you're going to have this sentence on your record, which does not look good.
Yeah, it's going to be on your record for life.
And even if you're going to look for another job and then you're asked if you have ever been,
be convicted,
you have to admit and say that.
Exactly.
And that already makes you look bad.
It's a red flag.
And these are young people that have, let's say, 40 more years or 30 more years before they go on pension. So for the rest of their lives, even after they come out from jail, they'll have this on top of their head to carry, which is not good.
No.
So first of all, I think if you don't have the heart for the job, be honest with yourself. You start 1 week, 2 weeks to see that this is not for me. Please leave.
Yeah.
Because if you're frustrated, it might lead you to do some things that you're not happy with, honestly. And another thing is, so first of all, the first thing is if your personality does not fit care work,
exactly,
just leave. The second thing I'll say is that, if you're working with and this is from 5 years experience as a nursing home nurse.
Yeah.
if you're working with elderly, frail, pleasantly confused residents, and they do not want you to do something, you want to reposition, they do not want you to reposition them, leave it. Document, you can get a witness, you can go back and try again later. Probably they'll come back, you come back to meet them in a better mood. However, if you do come and they are not like that, you can report to the nurse in charge, the deputy or whoever, the senior healthcare assistant, and documents that you tried, but because it will not look good if it looks like you are forcing,
and it's an abuse.
That is it. Meanwhile, maybe you want to change the pad, because the pad is wet.
Intention, you have a good intention, but because of the act, the way it feels as if you are like forcing, and everything here is abuse.
So now they will say physical abuse, and you don't want that on your record. No. So leave it. I have a nurse friend, this is not even a carer, a nurse friend who was reported to NMC because they said that she was forcing food into a resident's mouth. And then I don't even understand this. She said, first of all, she was not even doing that. And secondly, even if you were a nurse doing that in Ghana, like I always say, you'll be praised. Because the family members will say, force and give my grandma food because she has to take tablets. So force and give. And you'll be happy that you're forcing. They'll even clap for you that you're trying hard. But here, it will be considered abuse. So we also have to understand the whole the situation here is different. And then, if the person does not want to eat, you document. You report, and that is it. You try later. If that goes on and the family is aware, if that person keeps refusing care, the line manager, whoever you report to, will do their job and also tell the family that this is the situation. If they come and their mother is soaked in poo, but we have documentation to back that has been the situation, and maybe previously they've even received several calls that your mommy is always refusing. It will be a different story altogether. But if you are forcing because you want to change pad by force, that will look bad.
That will look bad.
That will look bad.
And then I think in terms of institution, what do you think, like, the care assistant, are they getting enough support, like, the managers as well? Because like you said initially, that the workload is actually too much. A care assistant can be allocated to like maybe 10 or 15 residents, you understand? So in that situation, the workload as well, what do you think like a manager or like institution generally can do at least to avoid things like that in future?
See, the units or the care homes, they've actually weighed the needs of the residents, and then they have said that, this unit needs 5 carers and then 2 nurses, or this unit needs based on the needs of how dependent the residents are. But let's face it, they can have in the rota is 5 carers and 2 will show up and 3 will phone in sick. Sometimes it's beyond their control. Right, because even as a nursing home, if you don't have the right number of residents, you will have issues with, in England, the CQC, or here, the RQIA. Once they realize that is the situation, you can have big issues with them. But let's face it, I've had I do night shifts, right? So all the time, I get care assistants calling that, please, I'm not going to make it this morning. Please, I'm not going to make it this morning. And sometimes they'll call at 7 a.m. Work starts at 8 a.m. So I have to try and phone agencies to try and cover up, or phone other carers who are supposed to be off duty and see if they can make it, right? So sometimes those are the challenges of the job.
Exactly.
You who have come to work, so far as you did not phone in sick, you don't have an excuse to say there were not enough nurses, that's why I was abusing another resident. That is not an excuse. If you go somewhere and you think the workload is too much, and that can lead you to be frustrated and act in a way that is not right, you either whistle blow to the CQC or RQIA that the nursing home or wherever you're working, the proportions are not right, or you quit and you leave. Because they will not say that because of that you will not be sent to jail, or you not get the punishment that you are supposed to be given because of the ratios or because of the care home. They will not look at all of that. They will look at how you acted.
And that in care home, the works are like routine. Everything has to be done at a specific time. Like, they are feeding, they are toileting, they are repositioning. Because I've also worked in care home before, and I can relate to the situation. But in hall, if you feel like you are working under pressure, like you said, is either you whistle blow or you quit. It's better for you to quit honorably than to be jailed. You understand? So that's another thing.
there was this resident. I don't know if Adama will remember the story. You know, Adama and I, we used to work at the same place. There was a time that there's this resident. Anytime I'm going to change her part, I will struggle. This woman is supposed to be able to turn, but she will not turn. She'll be crying. I've not done anything. She'll be crying. So I was like, oh God. As for this resident, anytime I'm going to change it, I'm now thinking of ways I'll do it so that, because it's so stressful. And Adama said, I go in singing, hi. So let's say she's blessing. Hi, blessing. How are you? I'm going to change your part, And this is a confused resident who's bedridden. But Adama says she cooperates and lets you change the pad
when you sing
easily when you go in with that mood. My sister. I started doing the same thing. Hi, blessing. And I'm gonna change your pad. Can you turn over for me?
Oh my God.
And this woman was actually cooperating and not crying. Sometimes they don't know us, they're confused. We go in like we're come to do our job.
Exactly, that's the thing.
And it can be
approach to
the
matters.
Approach. Maybe you fought with your husband back in the house, but once you get to that door, forget about it.
You leave it behind.
Recently, I was giving another dementia resident medication, and this woman was trying to say she's not going to take it. I'm like, oh, you know you need it. Don't do that. Come on, take it. Come on. And she's like, you're trying to make me take it. I got you. And then I'm like, oh yeah, so you know exactly what I'm trying to do. You take it. Then there was Laxido as well. I had to mix with water. And unfortunately for me, I mixed it with too much water. So now I had to let her take the whole glass as well. And this was me trying to persuade the woman. When I finished, like we all started laughing because of the way the approach and everything. I could have gone in angry, take it, and maybe force, and then that would have been something. But do you know what happened?
What?
When I stepped out of this was night shift. When I stepped out of the door, there was another resident's son standing behind, and only God knows how long he has been standing there. And it's a nursing home where they come all the time, so they have the code because already the residents and that particular family member, he really comes in the night. He always comes in the night. But what I don't understand is his mom's room is there. So why was he here? So he probably heard my interaction with the resident and wanted to hear exactly what's going on. So I was so happy with myself that if this man is going home, he'll go home knowing that if I'm treating this person like this, I'm probably going to treat the mother in a similar fashion.
Yeah, same way.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I got out, I'm like, oh, hey,
you're here.
Yes.
And
I'm like, God, thank you that I was not angry. Thank you that I was actually laughing and interacting with that woman, even making that woman laugh.
Yeah.
And if you watch, I have a video on my channel where I said that in this UK here, put in your mind that there's always a camera. Somebody's always watching you.
Exactly.
There's always a camera.
Like when you are going to work, especially in any way you are working, just be working as if somebody is watching you. There's a camera watching you.
That's all. I hate
so that you have that conscience in you.
I hit somebody's car the first week of January. Just here. And I'm like, nobody's gonna see, but I remembered my own things that I've been sharing on my channel. Like, no, don't do that. I came back inside. I picked a pen. I picked a paper. I put my number on the paper. I said, I hit your car. This is my number. Then I put it. I'm sure you see the car when you're going out. It's a white car.
Okay.
Then I put it on his wing. I think it's a she. At that time, I didn't even know who it was. I left it on the
windscreen.
And I put the thing
to hold it.
Then they came later. They took it to the garage, whatever. They said I'm owing £435 for the damage cost. It wasn't any serious damage, but what can I do? My husband and I, we contributed, then we paid. To date, I hit the car 1st January. To date, she has not done it because it's not even anything. I just scratched the car, so you can see, our car is grey, so you can see some grey on her white car, and then it's nothing huge. She's not even done it, and she's taking the money. But like, I think that it's good that at least I did that. What if somebody had seen me and had rather gone through it, but that would make me look bad.
Exactly.
You understand? So I think whatever it is in this life, whatever you are doing, just put in your mind that somebody's watching. It will make you act right. When I did that video where I said rule number 1, somebody's always watching, so be careful. Somebody actually put a comment in my my comment section under the video that Nanel, that is not what you're supposed to say. You have to do right, not because somebody is watching. You have to do it because that's the right thing to do. Do the right thing because that's the right thing to do.
Sometimes we things just slip off our hand.
But I think people will not be fearful enough to do the right thing unless somebody is watching.
Exactly. And we are human beings. We are bound to make mistakes as well. We are not like, even computers make mistakes. So definitely things can just slip off your hand as well, but not like, but if you have that at the back of your mind that somebody is watching me, somebody is looking at me, then that will call you back at like every interval that you recheck. So things like that. So I think we have been able to tackle. So I know from my followers and my viewers, I think you have been able to learn one or two things working as a care assistant or a nurse or whatever healthcare sector you find yourself. So please watch your back. Always think before you act. And if you are stressed, if you are working in a stressful environment, make sure that you speak to someone, or you can whistle blow, or you can also maybe quit. But for example, those people that are on COS, what do you have to say? Because I know there are some people that they are on COS, they can't just leave their job. What do you have to say in that situation? I just remember
you can leave. You can still leave. It's not like if you have a COS, you cannot get another job. You can still get another job.
Yeah, but it's
the situation
competitive now.
Would you rather struggle to find another employer or go to jail?
No.
You see, so you wait. You will still find another employer.
Yeah.
You are working here. You've whistleblown. Nothing has been done about it. You can even write a letter to an email to the manager that the ratios are whatever, so that you have a trail that you have been trying to do something.
Just something.
Nothing is still done about it. Leave. If you go somewhere and then leave, because sometimes you be counted out. And if you go, like I said, if you go to a nursing home or anywhere that they are doing bad things, like they are not doing the right things, they're not following the right protocols. With time, you start doing the same thing, and you don't want that to be your case. No. Now you'll be counted amongst them.
And the thing is, what they are doing wrongly, if you are an African and you now copy them and you are doing that wrong thing, the judgment day,
you receive the bigger punishment.
Exactly. Because you are an African, you will receive the bigger punishment. I'm not saying doing the wrong thing is good, but in this situation of this African healthcare worker, I'm sure that there are some other race that have treated that woman in that way, but they might get away with it. You understand? But in all, look, anytime you are working, remember that. Put that at the back of your mind that there's a camera watching me, there's somebody watching me. So just do the right thing regardless. And if you feel like where you are working is too stressful, you are being treated unfairly, leave than to be jailed. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you, Nanel, for being my guest.
Guys, I'm way prettier than this. Forgive me. If you want to know how pretty I am, go to my channel.
She's pretty. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Like my video, share my video, please, so that I can continue to do more things like this, and I can continue to invite influencers like Nanel, big YouTubers like people like Nanel on my channel. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.